But first, to test or not to test? That is the question many are asking themselves when it comes to COVID. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tom Shad. Many offices and schools are still playing by CDC rules, but a lot of people and even some doctors are questioning if that guidance is outdated. 10 to your side, Stephanie Hudson is also looking into this. Stephanie?
Tom, while COVID cases are up, stores aren't selling tests like they used to. The CDC still recommends testing, but a lot of people are asking why, saving their money and what they perceive as some big hassles that come with a positive result. It's hard to tell these days whether you have COVID, a cold, or the flu.
Ignorance is bliss in some ways. Not that that's an official position, but we can certainly kind of see that evolving too with regards to our patient population.
Dr. John Snelling is not telling anyone to stop testing for COVID officially. In fact, from a doctor's perspective, it provides helpful information.
But I certainly understand the challenges with the number of sick days and having kids taken care of and not being able to get them to school.
The real issue, Snelling says, is that medicine has sped past policy.
We need to update our policy and catch up a little bit more to the medicine and to the science these days.
For instance, most schools follow CDC guidance. That directs students with COVID to stay home for 5 days, then wear a mask for 5 more days, despite large studies that show they don't work.
And so the kids who come back to school wearing, a cloth mask or a surgical mask really aren't protecting themselves or protecting others by doing that.
The policies, he says, may also cost families in regards to finances or work dynamics, while most who get COVID will get through it relatively well at home with lots of rest, fluids, and some ibuprofen. So, to test or not to test?
That's a personal decision for the parents, and if they want to sort of consult with their physician as well, they can have that conversation.
All right, now when it comes to the elderly and other at-risk populations, the doctor does highly recommend testing if you think you have COVID. That's because you can get a prescription for Paxlovid, which, if taken within a few days of symptoms, may help keep you from getting so sick that you end up in the hospital. Now, as for that federal guidance, I reached out to the CDC this morning to inquire about a possible update. No response yet. Stephanie Hudson, 10 on your side.